The vast majority of marketers out there don't believe that their content is truly effective for them. That means that there's a whole lot of perceived failure happening in our industry than wins, right? So the benchmarks that we see in our industry for content marketing are set by almost 60% or over 60% of people that perceive potential failure. So these are two quotes I'm going to share with you from Ryan Skinner. Ryan Skinner works for Forrester, and he did a study around content promotion and distribution back in late 2013, I believe. And this is what he found out. This is important to understand because a lot of us are chasing the scalability of content. So we're trying to produce more. It's more content, or better content, better content, better content. Guess what, folks? With content promotion, you also improve your content's quality because you accelerate the feedback cycle. This is content promotion. These are the 3 channels of content promotion. When you combine these 3 channels, you are converging content promotion. Converging content promotion is the most optimal way for you to promote your content. Now, real quick, the earned media side is content coverage. What's really popular right now is influencer marketing. That falls in there. Media relations, that falls in there. Syndicating your content, unpaid, that falls in there. Bylines, that falls in there. And when I talk about paid content distribution, what I'm really talking about is native advertising at the top of your content funnel, right? Real quick, I want to explain to you that we have a content promotion problem in our industry. And that problem is that the traditional digital paid channels of display advertising and of PPC are not built for us to distribute our top funnel content at scale. Why? Because top funnel content still requires additional investment to move that person to the middle and to the bottom and to a customer, right? The traditional display advertising channels and PPC, companies that are investing in those channels are doing so with mid to bottom funnel content. So they avoid the additional investment that we have to make with our top funnel content. So I don't even want to bring those channels up when it comes to content promotion. I want to talk about native. Many of you have probably seen this quote. David Ogilvy is a legend. Essentially, he foreshadowed the idea of banner blindness before the internet even existed, right? So what he's saying is that the less an advertisement looks like an advertisement and the more it looks like an editorial, it's more likely that prospects will stop, look, and read. He said that way back in the 40s or 50s or whenever he said it. I'd have to look it up. But it's a powerful, powerful quote. And that takes me to this. You see any eyeballs on the banners? That, my friends, is banner blindness. Whole lot of banner blindness. Oh, I'm not done. Anybody get into MIT? Anybody? Okay, nobody here clicked on a banner ad. Good. Anybody complete Navy SEALs training? Nobody? Good. Nobody clicked on a banner ad today. So this is from Google Trends. Many of you may have used Google Trends. It's a cool tool. I recommend you check it out and play around with it. But this is the interest over time for banner advertising based on Google searches. This is the interest in native advertising. And it's going to continue to grow. Why? Because content marketers like us need a channel for our top funnel content. We can't rely on the infrastructure of the old traditional paid media means. We can't rely on those. Why? Because they cost too much because we have to invest additional money to move prospects from the top to the middle to the bottom and to become a customer. When I talk about native advertising, I'm really talking about these two things. In-feed units and recommendation widgets. In-feed units can be a promoted native Facebook post in a news feed. It can be the Orange is the New Black article in the New York Times by Netflix. They're both in feed, right? It can be a promoted tweet. Recommendation widgets. We're all pretty probably familiar with your Tabulas, your Outbrains, your AdBlades, your Rev Contents, those recommendation engines that sit, those widgets that sit at the bottom of articles that you might read on HuffPo or another website like that. So those are the two channels I'm really talking about when it comes to content promotion. A couple other things are happening. All socials going native. If they're not there yet, they're going to get there. I see a couple search engines on here. Media companies. They're buying these networks. Not many people are talking about this one, folks. Google's the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Google's native advertising network is in private beta right now. And the only reason I know is because one of their engineers blabbed his mouth in a forum, really, really, really deep, and the CEO of a company that I know found it and sent it to me. But this one's going to be a little different. They're going to compete with Taboola, Outbrain, AdBlade, Rev Content, and others. They're also going to do something that only, to my knowledge, a company called News Launcher is trying to do. They are building a network of premium publishers and bloggers that you as a marketer, as a brand, can go into Google's user interface and you can write an article. And you can submit that article through Google's interface to 50, 60, 100 blogs, 5,000 blogs if their network's big enough. And if they choose to publish it, then that transaction will occur and Google will be the middleman. It's coming. Why is this important to talk about? In a world where social media and search engines are the gatekeepers of our content visibility, what other channel on the internet is bigger, commands more audience than search and social combined? It's the combined audiences of every blog and media outlet on the internet today. The company that figures out how to scale content distribution natively to a vast majority of those media outlets will be the next Google. And it may be Google. Google might be the next Google. But you get my point.